Peace, y'all. It's October 24, 2025. It's time to let the cat out of the bag and do our big reveal on where our new spring training, spring track day weekend, test weekend, test and tune weekend, anything but don't call it a closed private test any longer weekend next year is going to be 2026. So without further ado, we'll show you where we're going. Is Gingerman Raceway. We're going to Gingerman, folks. We got a 2-day weekend booked over there at west side of state, over there in Michigan. Not sure what that little town is called. What is that called over there? South Haven. Here we go. We've got a little map of Gingerman here up on the computer page here. This is the gate down here. You come off the road up to the gate. You got the little registration building where you'll have to stop and get your wristband and all that stuff here. There's actually a fence there. Off the end of this here is about a 75, 80 foot dead end. It's paved just like the rest of the road through the paddock. So if you you can nose in off the side of it. I used to park between that bathroom and the side of the road. Parallel with the road. It's nice. You're going to be able to drive your cart to and from your pit, just like pretty much everywhere else you go. So that's if you want to get away from everybody, you know, that's what you do. All this area here, right down the middle, is a gravel, stone gravel walkway. You drive golf cart up and down there easily, no problem. That's where the power is. So there's power. I don't know if it's 30 amp or 60 amp. I don't know. You'd have to call the track and find out. Plenty of electrical power for you to rent and pay for. Parking on either side of this deal here. They believe this thing across the middle. I'm not sure if that's paved or not. Somebody's going to have to stick their opinion in here and let us know. I know there's 3 camping spots here. Me and Chuck used to get up in there behind the shower building and the gas pumps. On this side of the road, there's 3 camping spots along this spectator hill outside between turn 1, turn 2. You can pit anywhere down in here and use generator. Got concession stand and stuff. This bit of road here eventually turns into gravel, and you could take golf cart, scooter all the way out and around to the big spectator hill out here. It just rides up and it just turns into grass. You can see this whole middle section here is elevated. You can see a whole bunch of treasures. There's actually a little grandstand out here too if you wanted to go out there and just sit and hang out. Wife, kids get bored, they go out there and go for a walk. You can see really good from out there. It says the track is 2.14 miles long. It says I don't know how long me and Chuck kind of figured out how long the longest straightaway is. This is 1,378 feet to here, to the radius of 10A, which we don't use anymore. And then you've got all this is wide open as well. Coming up from here, it's downhill, very deceivingly downhill. Ask me how I know. I ended up way out here. They had to drive the truck and the trailer right out to pick me up. I was so far out there I couldn't drag the cart back. But from here is uphill, uphill, uphill. I also ran off the grass here too because, you know, my first time running around on a new section a while ago. But it's wide open from here all the way down. So that's your longest wide open throttle point there. These are decent straightaways. What I've noticed about Gingerman is it's tough. It's physical in a laydown cart. You know, Yamaha Enduro, you get some G-force, you know, but I mean, you get in a fast, I'm sorry guys, you Yamaha Enduro guys, I'm just going to say it. You get in a fast laydown, 100 open, or even a laydown shifter cart. It is physical. The G-force and all the shifting up and down and turning, It's on those big heavy carts, like a B stock. I couldn't even imagine trying to run a B stock around here. It'll tear up your tires. It'll wear out your arms, wear out your brakes. But on a tag or a shifter cart, sprint shifter cart, CIK cart, it's perfectly suited for those type of carts. And good fun. I've driven a sprint shifter cart, a Honda, here one practice session, and other than being freaked out that the fast guys were going to kill me, run me over and kill me, it was good fun, and I'm looking forward to getting my project cart out there, my sprint shifter cart out there, and tear it up a bit. Don't know if and vintage enduro would be fun. Yamaha enduro, obviously fun. All the sprint carts, whether it's a 4-banger, even 250. You're not going to get out horsepowered at a place like Gingerman, right? It's not a horsepower track. It's far more a handling racetrack than it is a horsepower track. So there you go. May 9 and 10. Put it in your calendar right now. Gingerman, this facility is far nice. For those who've never been there, far nicer. Complimentary wise, comfortability wise, than Grattan. Grattan is Grattan. I've been telling people it's a redneck racetrack run by rednecks. But this is a more tidy type place, right? More proper. The paddock and like I said, there's a ton of electrical hookup here that and a nice camping area too if you want to get off by yourself, compared to Grattan, where you got what you got when you get there. So being that it's more of an organized type facility, it costs more money to lease and rent, obviously, than a Grattan. So not only am I introducing you or bringing up the big reveal of where we're going, I'm going to plead with you. Some of you out there, not all of you, but some of you can do more than just participate. And we are currently seeking and taking sponsorship to help us get the deposit met, because they won't hold a date forever without me giving them a deposit down. So we're working on that. I've spoke to a couple of put in messages to some manufacturers, some of the bigger class sponsors, and even series sponsors from Dave's series a year or two ago now, and further back, looking up all the class sponsors from the Dart Kart stuff from Mid-Ohio and what have you from their AKRA series. This is before the season gets started. The spring training at Grattan has always been a big. I mean, we went from one day for a long time to suddenly being able to do 2 days and 45, almost 50 participants on Saturday, less on a Sunday. But so I don't think we're going to have any problem meeting the lease requirements for this place. It's just we're going to need some help getting the deposit part of the lease met. And obviously, anybody potential sponsor wise, if you want to send me an email at the letter F as in Frank, it'll be in the description down here anyway, F-125@hotmail.com. Send me an email, and if we're buddy friendly, send me a text, whatever. And if you want to find out how to get involved, I mean, even if it comes down to you want to pay your entry fee, your driver fee for a day or 2 days. I haven't got all that in stone yet, but I think we can actually draw more people because it's not closed private tests. We're going to open this up to everybody. We want to invite juniors and the cadets. I know some of you are saying, listen, if we don't get kids and families involved in this sport and this hobby, it's all over. Take the L out of lover, and it's over. Okay, you follow me? You love what you're doing? We need to get new people, and kids. Go to these drivers meeting, folks. I mean, I'm not telling you anything new. Some of the vain people out there, Mike Tracy, Johnny West, dye your hair, but I don't. And most of the hair at the drivers meetings are about this color right here. Okay? We can't keep doing this ourselves forever. We can support it. I got my nephew started. And by, maybe it may, he's ready to go. We get cadets out there, give the cadets a 15-minute run, save maybe 4 times, twice in the morning, twice in the afternoon, give them a much reduced rate so we influence them to come out with the families, camp, to get the social aspect of this thing up and running collectively as a group, the camaraderie, the love of the sport, sharing the love and the benefit of the hobby, right? Meeting and making lifelong friendships, man. I mean, I've been at this a long time. Some of y'all right there with me. So you along with me have seen hundreds of families come and go over the years, but very few, less than a handful, I can count that are still around from back when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, and watching Dad race 5 classes a weekend, man. Back in the day. So. Shoot me an email and we'll work it out. Obviously, if you I'll just use a generalization. Say you want to say you got $1,000, you can send me $1,000. And there's 2 of you, you and your family member, son, daughter, wife, whatever. You want to both drive kart. Listen, the price of driving the kart is minimal, going to be probably $250 for a day. And we'll reduce that rate to do both days if you're going to stay and run the whole weekend. Say, in round numbers, say we're going to do $250 for a day, which is less than what we were charging at Grattan at $265. Say we do $375 or $400, and you could run the whole weekend. That's $200 a day. That's pretty good for the amount of track time you're going to get. We will probably have to do some groups at first, and maybe as things loosen up, we can let everybody go together. We'll just have to see how many people are there and how it works out. But if you're interested, for $1,000, say you're going to get 2 of you. We'll get to run all weekend. We'll get you probably cover your wristband because we're going to have to be full boat insured with this deal. So we'll get you preferred parking. If you want power and you're bringing an RV and a big trailer and stuff, or you want to get maybe up into the open asphalt area up at the end of the paddock where Don Grenier, generally Don Grenier, LAD, they can write checks too, those fellas. They get up there and they know where their parking spot is up there. We can get you preferred parking and try to give you as many benefits over and above the cost of you being there as just a standard participant. We want to try to work this out so it benefits everyone. We're going to need a large number of people. We're going to need 100 entries probably. Maybe a little less. We could probably squeak by if we get a good mix like we used to do at Grattan in April. A lot more single day. I want to run Saturday than 2-day guys, but last year we had an even amount of single day and both day guys, which was nice because I think we had 48 on Saturday and 42 to 45 on Sunday, with half of those being guys that were paid for both days anyway. So some just came for Sunday, some just for Saturday because we didn't want to get too many guys on the track. But now doesn't matter. It's not closed and private. We're full blown trying to revitalize not just road race karting period by getting these youngsters and families and stuff. Juniors as well, man. Juniors too. Get them out and revitalize road racing in this region. We have nothing at Blackhawk. We got nothing at Gingerman. We got nothing at Grattan. Nothing at Waterford. Right? Nothing at Putnam. Nothing at Auto. You know what I mean? The rough old Auto, whatever is there in south of Chicago. You know what I mean? The Auto Zone. What is that place called? I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, you know what I mean. Nothing in our region, right? Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, or Ohio, you got Mid-Ohio, but that's a long ride from Chicago, and so your options are extremely limited. So let's revitalize this thing. Get involved. Let's do this. We moved it. I got them to give me a May date, so hopefully it won't be freezing cold overnight, and we'll get decent weather. We maybe get some upper 60s, 70s. Who knows? Lord willing, He'll bless us if we put Him first at the head of this thing, and we do it for Him, with Him in mind, and invite everybody. I'm telling you, this thing is going to do great. So, again, read the description of the video, and get involved, man. Get involved, and if this thing doesn't pick up speed quickly, and I start getting some dough to gather up to send over there to Zach Shinata at the track over there, the son of the owner, the manager of the place. We could lose this date before anything happens. So I've got the insurance in line. It's only going to be carts. We don't have to share with cars, bikes, or know about tractor pulls or none of that. Good to go. If you got a suggestion, send me an email. Anything we can do to make this thing, work out is going to be great. And you're not doing it for me. Again, as expensive as this place is, there's literally no chance I'm going to make a dime on this thing. So you're not doing it for me, Robert, the guy in his garage that lives out in the country now. You're doing it to help support your sport, your hobby, and give it a jump start in this region. Thanks for listening, y'all. Thanks for hanging in. Thanks for waiting. Gingerman Raceway, baby. We're going to do it. May 2026. We're coming. Get involved. Love y'all.